Alright guys, today I'm going to do a Q&A, which is Quick Pro Quo, or Quick Pro Quo. As in, I'm going to help you guys establish what you're going to be needing if you're going to start out, like, in archery. And there are different ways that you can start out. Like, for one, this is a great bow to start out with if you have never shot a bow before. Because this one is a takedown model. It comes in 30, 40, 50-pound limbs. This is the Junction Archery Survival Longbow, and it's highly customizable because the riser is like associated with a bunch of different compound bows. Which I have a compound bow, which I will also be talking about here today as well. But right now, you should know that this particular bow is good because you can go and put on a variety of different arrow rests. You can put a fishing rig on this, which if you don't know, like if your bow is customized for a fishing rig or a stabilizer, what you're really going to look for is a little hole right here on the riser, because that allows you to screw in your stabilizer, your fishing rig, and you're going to want the holes that help you attach your sight. Which right now on this bow I have a whisker biscuit on here, which is just a round arrow rest to hold your arrows in place, so that way you're not having to deal with arrows that going, if you draw it back, your arrow doesn't pop off and it lands on your arm, or it's hard to hold it and you don't want to hold it like that. This will actually hold your arrow in place no matter how you move it on there. So this is a great one to have. This bow I have particularly at 40 pound draw, and I have this compound here at 65-pound draw. And this is how we're going to just get started on this one. And what arrows do you use? This particular bow, depending on the rest you use, you can use just about any arrow you want. Light arrow, because this is a light arrow. The rest of the arrows I have in here are heavy arrows. So we're gonna take a shot down there at the hay bales, and then we're gonna walk down and take a look at the shots. And keep in mind, guys, this is a longbow. It's not gonna be shooting like a rocket. It's all super fast, super straight. It's gonna go and move into there like that. So we're gonna take our first shot. And guys, I'm shooting this at about 10 yards right now, so I'm relatively close. I'm not going to take any long shots because right now I'm not looking to do a distance video. I'm here to go and show you guys what bows are good and what they're customizable. Which, since this is a compound bow, you can compound bow riser. You can go and put a sight on this, or like you can go and put an arrow mount on here. Those holes are for the same thing. I put an arrow mount on this bow before, and you guys saw that I already went and put that on my other survival bow, the Primal Gear Unlimited. And if you haven't seen that, go and look at my last video. And okay, I'm gonna take a shot with this one. This is a this arrow can go up to 70-pound draw, so I can use this for any one of my bows. And this one is about 500 grain, and the rest of these are 600 grain arrow. So let's get a shot taken off. At the middle of the hay bales. Everyone, guys. This one, the arrowhead I'm using on this right now is a blunt. This is not like your field points, and I have field points in this quiver. If I pull one out, I'll point one at you, so you guys can see. And this is where you would typically go and put your broadheads, because these arrowheads just unscrew. Then you can go and take a broadhead or a hunting head and go and put it on there, because they're in a. You can just swap them out. That's what they're meant for. So if you guys don't know that, that's how you put it on there. And you can swap out your nocks for anything. But this one, these green ones like to move around. So, okay, let's get this going. Oh, the bullseye. Okay guys, so this is a field point right here. This one is a little bit more pointy, so it's on there. It's got, this one actually hasn't been used, so this is a pretty sharp tip right here. So this one, you can hunt with these, you can also hunt with the blunts, but those are mainly for small games. And for that, and if you don't know like what bow to get because you're left-handed or right-handed, like right now, if you're right-handed, your arrow rest should be on the left-hand side. If you're right-handed, no, wait, I take that back. If you are right-handed, your arrow rest should be on the left-hand side. If you're left-handed, it should be in reverse. Because right now, this bow, the arrow rest is on the left-hand side of the bow, which is typically a right-handed bow. If it was in reverse, it's for left-handed shooting. And I've practiced with either one, so I'm okay with shooting either one right there. So right now, like that's how you associate that. And typically this bow doesn't tell you the draw weight on it. I'm just telling you. And the price of this bow, I paid about $112 to $124 for it. So this is a brand new out of the box bow, and like I've only made a few adjustments. The only thing I did, the major change, was the arrow rest and the string. Those are the only things I changed for this bow. Other than that, it's a good bow. And guys, this bow is actually good for taking in wooden arrows right here. These are just a cheap $1 wooden arrow you can get at your local Walmart. This arrow you cannot shoot out of a compound bow. It will break, it will explode. But you can shoot out of this bow just fine. Okay guys, let's go and head down there and take a look at all the shots we get in there. Alright guys, so we're down here at the target, and for the most part, it looks like the arrows are all over the place, but these are actually real in tight with each other, which is really good. If they were really scattered, you have arrows here, 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 all throughout the target. For the most part, I got good grouping right here. This is a good grouping, these three. These two would actually be consistent with each other. These two would be consistent. So even though they're not tight together, like, it's fine, we can still work with this. Right now, I'm going to collect all these arrows and we're going to go and shoot the compound bow that I showed you about. And we'll talk about that as well. Okay guys, so this is a 65-pound compound bow. And guys, I actually had this in my last video. I thought it was a 45. It turns out it's not. It's just this is really faded, so you can't really see what's on here. But I went and I looked at it and it does say 65 pounds, which is a pretty high draw weight. Yeah, and this one, like before you can go, and it has the hole for your arrow rest. It's got the piece of side mount, the sights. You can put stuff on the strings, so you have all that. And guys, I'm not going to be using the string trigger for this one, and I'm not going to be using arrow rests, just so that you guys can see you don't need to buy all this expensive stuff. I just have this, just the bow itself. There's nothing attached onto this. The only thing that's I did put on here is a knock point, and that's it. And you guys are going to see when I'm shooting this that it's going to do just fine. That one went through. I have to go retrieve that. And it did just fine. And guys, I'm literally all out of time right now. So, thanks for watching.